Okay, Google, turn on my lights. Hey guys, Darsh here. So it's been a while since I did do a setup tour, and I thought that you guys were more than likely overdue for one. So I guess without any further ado, let's get right into my desk setup tour 3.0. Now, without anything being said, before I actually start talking about the desk setup at all, I want to talk about a couple of things that Philips Hue ended up sending out to me that honestly I'm really appreciative for. So they sent me out 4 Philips Hue light bulbs and a Philips Hue Play to help me overall with my setup. And honestly, so a huge shout out to them for making this possible because it really does change the effect and ambiance of the setup. Now, moving into probably the biggest thing and the most notable thing, that is the desk. Now, this is a sit-stand desk provided to me by Anthrodesk, and now if it doesn't say it all, it's a sit-stand desk. So it has 2 legs that are steel base, and then they have a wooden top on top of it. Now, on one of those steel legs, we have a set of single motor. So we have one single motor, sorry, not a set of, and that single motor basically spins this thing and yada, yada, yada. It brings the desk up or brings it lower to whatever I want it to do. And it's honestly great because having a sit-stand desk really does affect my workflow and makes me at least, and makes everything a lot more productive. Now, moving aside from the desk, we also have a couple other things that are on it. Moving from left to right, the first is a small cement little brick that I found on Amazon that I put an Edison bulb in. Now, an Edison bulb is an old-timey light where you can see like the light, like the copper actually just light up. And it's honestly really, really cool to have. Now, with that, it offers some warm ambiance to the overall setup and really just, I don't know, it's just kind of aesthetic. Moving on to the right of that though, we have a Google Home Mini. If you guys don't know what a Google Home Mini is, it is a Google Home, but mini. This Google Home Mini I use mostly for, operating the lights in my room, checking out what the weather is, the news, and it has this really nifty feature where in the morning I can ask it what my day looks like and it'll tell me the news, the weather, my commute to work, or whatever else I configure it to do. It's also just a really cool thing to have because it can operate all of my lights. So if you guys didn't already hear from that shameless plug at the beginning, Hue sent me out a ton of lights to check out, and I have my entire room rigged up with Philips Hue lights. So it's really cool to have them in because every time I just start talking to Google Home, it basically just turns on my lights and it sets everything up for me. It's perfect. Now, moving next to that is the big part of my setup. So at the back, we have a MacBook Pro 2018 with Touch Bar. It's a quad-core i5 with 8 gigs of RAM and a 256 gigabyte SSD and some pretty sweet graphics. Now, with that all in front of me, we also have a dock that's holding it underneath. It's a dock from Khithani, just a standing dock, nothing hard, nothing too crazy. But I do really like the integrated wire management that's underneath it, where I actually have a USB Type-C hub that holds everything else. So that one hub is connected to my computer, so it's one wire in, and then I have a USB-C pass-through, I have my hard drive, I have this microphone you guys are hearing, and I also have my SD card slot. So I can honestly just use that one hub for everything, which is pretty sweet. Now, in front of that all, we have a Hue Play. A Hue Play is basically what you guys see before you. It's just a light, and this really cool light honestly helps the ambiance of the setup even more. So because of this light, it adds more of what like an LED light strip would do, but it also can change colors and do more things remotely from my app, and it can also use Hue Sync. So Hue Sync is an app that Philips Hue has created that connects to either your computer or your gaming device, and it uses whatever's on screen and mimics that in the lighting effects. It also uses your sound to choose the intensity and how bright it actually gets. So say I'm playing something that's really light on screen, like what you guys are watching here, it's gonna change the lights to be a lot brighter. But then if it's doing something more dark, a little more suspenseful, it's gonna go down lower. You can honestly play around with everything for it, which is great. You can even choose the color hue in some situations. So it's really cool. It doesn't only work for movies and TV too, it works for music, which makes, just chilling in my room listening to music all the better. Now, moving aside from the Hue Play is that big monitor I have in the center. It's a 27-inch Dell SE2717HR monitor. I have it attached to an Anthrodesk monitor arm, so it looks like it's more floating and I have more space to put stuff behind it. Now, this monitor is great. It's not amazing by any means, but it's really good if you're looking for a nice monitor on a budget. And then, of course, moving to the right of that, we have this nifty looking dock. The dock is actually a high-rise dock, so it's meant so you can put your lightning connected through it. And then for me, I usually use it for my AirPods, or I use it to sync my phone with my computer because that's also plugged into the USB-C hub underneath my computer. Moving to the right of that, we have a 4 terabyte hard drive, which is a huge amount of space that I don't need, but I use to put all of my footage on, and especially the footage I've had over the past 4 years of making this channel, which has honestly been spectacular. Thank you guys for sticking around. Now, lastly, we have a small light. It's a lamp that has a light fix bulb in it because I didn't get enough Hue lights to put in one. But for the what reasons that I use it for, I like having that one stationary. So when it comes to using the Hue features, I have all the Hue lights around me, making my room a lot more immersive. And that one light, kind of like a night light. It's kind of nice. Now in front of the computer, we have two sets of peripherals. So I have a Logitech K811 chiclet wireless keyboard. Nothing hard about it. It's pretty simple and it's really sleek and I like it. We also have the original MX Master. Honestly, I never found a need to upgrade it from the MX Master to the MX Master 2 or 2S. I think it does great whenever it needs to, and I really like it. Now, another really cool feature I didn't mention is that because I have everything connected to that one wire in my computer, sometimes I tend to pull my computer out, and whenever I'm editing especially, I put the main monitor as, like my computer monitor, as the viewfinder or whatever is showing on the screen for whatever I'm editing, and then the top is a timeline. I usually do this because my computer screen is a lot nicer of a display in comparison to that of the monitor, and having two screens to offer like a good view of whatever I'm editing is really, really useful. Now, moving aside from all of that, I think that's pretty much it. So my desk setup is pretty simple. It's minimal, it's easy to use, and it gets the work done. And it comes to, sitting in my room, it works out really well because I can watch TV from bed, so that works out pretty cool. But yeah, with that all being said, I do want to give a huge shout out again to Philips Hue, also to BenQ. So if you guys didn't already see that small light bar above, that's actually provided to me from BenQ. It's a screen bar. It essentially lights up your desk and works as another lamp and offers more lights to the setup that already has a ton of lights. So thank you. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit that notification bell, like, comment, subscribe, everything in between. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys out in my next video. Peace.